Well, quite simple. This is a control surface. In the same way that you've got your Mackie MCUs, your SSL UF8s, or even breaking it down to soft tube control surface as well as the SSL. Can't remember the model number in it that you control their SSL plugins. Much is the same way with this. These are all little LED here. So I'm going to LED displays of menu choices, and I'll show you this back at the computer in a second. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to show you how you can program it and set it up. It's pretty cool. But you know, these are like little shortcuts that you can program in there. And of course, you have dial knobs, so you can do the adjust things. In other words, like if I want to zoom in, I can do here, go up or down, raise or change the height of a particular edit session, a particular track. And so all of these are programmable. And so each one of these can be individual pages as you go across through here. And so each one of these can activate a whole set of menu items. So there is a lot you can do with this. I actually use this in combination with the various control surfaces that I've used for audio here in the studio. And this is my lifeblood when it comes to video editing. That's why I first bought it. It absolutely changes the whole dynamic, the whole experience for video editing. I use Final Cut Pro here, and really it just made that whole process much more streamlined. Everything right there where I need it, all the things that I do all the time. I just click that little tab and bam, it's done. And that is really a lifesaver for me. These things sell for, I think, around $650. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. It's portable. I got a case that I can take it with. So oftentimes, like this video, I'm likely going to go somewhere this afternoon, put my laptop in my laptop bag, take this along with my mouse, and head out somewhere and kind of just go relax somewhere and edit this video. And I love taking this with me. If you do remote recording sessions, things like this, it's a small footprint. It's very easy for all the shortcuts you use, everything you do, for the most part. If you can do it via keyboard shortcut in any application, quite frankly, you can create shortcuts on this thing for it and streamline your whole process. So enough talking about that. Let's head back over to the computer where I show you exactly kind of how all this works. All right, let's go. Okay, you can see here, I'm in Studio One for the moment. Down here, you can see that this is my Loupdeck CT. And then I also will pull up this application right here. And this is how you edit and do anything you need to on that unit to set it up to your particular preferences. We'll come back to that in just a second. Now, as you can see here, now that I'm back in Studio One, I can go into File as an example and choose Open, and it's going to bring that up. I can hit my Escape key down here. Let's say I want to do a new song. I could select that. Anything I wanted to do, you can see here, I'm zooming in and out. Got the ability to do that. We have these knobs over here, and then these knobs over here, of which you're going to see represented right here. So these right here. So, like I said, basically this is just a shortcut for anything that you need in here, for any application that this supports. Now, if I go back over to Studio One as an example, I can hit play and everything will start playing from there. Like anything I want to program up to, I can do that. So let's head back over here. Well, let me show you this real quick. Let's close out Studio One. I'll actually leave that open and I'll pull up New Window. And while that's coming up, you'll see here that the Loupdeck is automatically already starting to see that it's changed an application. And as that brings up New Window here, that'll take just a second probably. And so we'll take a look at that once it's up. But here now you can see this is all changed to New Window specific. So you can see File, I can say New as an example, come out of that. So anything that I wanted to do within that, I could do that with, all right? And so you set this up however you want it via all these little commands back here. Each one of those can be set up. So if I wanted to, hit play, stop, or whatever, of course I don't have anything going on right now, I could do that. But anyway, that's how you do it in the window. So now let's head back over here and let's take a look at this, which is really the core of the entire thing. Okay, so I've still got Studio on profile here. So let's take a look and let's see. On my computer, I've got these profiles set up to use this unit in all of the various applications that I have and use that it supports. If I wanted to find more app profiles, I could go to here. once I'm logged into my account, and I should already be logged in. So we'll wait, and that pulls up, and we can see the various applications that there are already user-created profiles by other folks, in addition to the stock ones that come with the CT. And so you can see from a multimedia standpoint, just about everything is covered in here. So if you see an application that you use a lot, know that the unit can be used flawlessly with that, can be set up to control it however you want. But those are the default ones. And there's all kinds of other things like plugins and icon packs. And I'm not going to go into that as much today because that's not as applicable for what we're talking about. So let's get back out of here and let's come over here, and here we are. So now we're in Studio One. As an example, this one that says new track right here. Well, if I wanted that to be something else, I could come up here and just say unassign. And then from here, I can say I want to do one of these four things. Either create a custom action, a touch page, a dial page, and assign a workspace. So if I come up here, then under each of these, I have it to where it can do whatever I set it to be. So let's say, for example, for whatever reason, let's just say I wanted to open Total Mix from here. So I could say open application. Down here, it's going to ask me to select the application, and here I'll go down to Total Mix. All the various things I have on here. If I could figure out my alphabet and get to my T's. There we go, Total Mix, and hit save on that. Now you're going to notice that it's got that icon both there and then back over here. And so now if I come over here and touch this, it's going to bring up Total Mix. Pretty cool. And get back over here. So I can do that. If I wanted to just create a keyboard shortcut, let's just go up here and randomly pick, let's say duplicate, right? Just it's a shortcut D in this. So if I wanted to come back over here to the Loupdeck, and here I can go unassign again. And now I can go in here and create custom action keyboard shortcut. And then here I can just type in a D for my shortcut. And over here I'll call it duplicate. Oh, if I could spell. I'm having to type with my keyboard off to the side. It's a little awkward right now. So anyway, now I've got duplicate there. And so all I have to do is just touch that, and it's going to duplicate whatever I've got selected here in Studio One. Again, you can do that with all the various applications that you work on as an example. And so whatever kind of keyboard shortcuts you want, whatever you want to assign to any of these dials, these can all be individual pages. As I go back and forth, I'm choosing between all these various pages that have been set up in here, okay? And so that's all pretty darn cool. And you can do all that from there, or you can see the list of pages that they put on the front screen. All of these work as you would expect. Same thing over here, your navigation around, these work. This can be set up to anything you want it to be. You can see here it's at play and record, and it's pretty much left there beyond for all the pages beyond that. And so that's just your escape key. You want to get out of something. So let's say, for example, while I'm in here, I wanted to go take a look, and let's go down to Cubase Pro as an example, which would be the Nuendo one. And you can see here all the various setups, and you can see here how these have all been assigned to do different things depending on what particular topic. Let's say these pages, this is the overall topic, and these are all the descriptive things below, for lack of better terms. So you've got up to 8 of these that you can program. So anyway, you can kind of see everything that you can do there, which is kind of cool. If you go down here to one that's not used as an example, it's just going to keep showing the other one, and then you have to go here and then create a new workspace, okay? And that's how you do that there. So anyway, I could go on and on and on about the depth of being able to program this thing. It really doesn't have a lot of limitations to it. So if you need a small footprint and you just need access to quick things very quickly to design for your workflow, I have to tell you this thing is fantastic. Like I said, I use a couple Avid control surfaces now. I was on SSL UF8s before that, and I use my Loupdeck CT in a combination of all of those. I've got them set one right after the other. So if you're interested in this, go check it out. It's definitely been a great buy for me, and if you do video editing, dig your wallet out and buy this thing right now because you need it. All right? Until next time, hope all of you have a great day. Bye-bye.